Deep in the womb of Mother Nature, Agbeve Herbal fine-picks the finest of the raw materials.
Agbeve Herbal Center or Agbeve Herbal Hospital is a generational business or entity. It starts right from our forefathers right to Alhaj Mohammed Agbeve, the CEO of Agbeve Herbal Hospital, until today to we do speaking to you. The whole view is that they notice that plants really have effects on ailments, and that through the process, the plants they've been using have been treating thousands of people. Today, Agbeve Herbal Hospital stands tall because its treatments or its productions have incorporated safety, quality in its process, and everybody who uses the products attests to its quality.
Agbeve Herbal fine-picks the finest of the raw materials that is used for the production of quality herbal medicine that lets you live better. With a preserved tradition and with an advanced scale of production, Agbeve Herbal brings you quality range of products that have been designed with care to improve your health and lets you live better. The herbalist carefully selects the best plant and tree for the production of quality medicine.
Agbeve tonica drona yayano, ye could wo ngwem, a funo so. Until you tell funus ya, ye bet ye dinina bebe fina media begu pataso. Until some medical pataso, much you can and say, you can wear, send a mitutan san, a matutano, but you can wear ye dinina besan kutukum. Na caba fan wa fiha. The
production process begins with fresh treated water and the finest raw materials handpicked from the farm and from reputable sources.
The raw materials comes from farms. We have a large composition of farm acres of farmland, to which we have different varieties of plantations or medicinal plants there.
The raw materials are collected and sorted out to remove unwanted parts to check for dryness and whether it conforms to quality. Raw materials are dispensed and then weighed. In the staging room, the raw materials are prepared for boiling. Treated water goes through filtration and ultraviolet light. The sterilized water is then poured onto the raw materials boiling in the vessel tank. The raw materials are then washed and being put in the boiling vessel or tank, which contains the treated water. Boiling is done at 100 degrees Celsius for 8 hours and extracted properly. Sieving is done 3 times and the medicine is stored in a reservoir tank.
The people who deals in herbal medicine, or people thinks herbal medicine still pertain to the primordial days or primitive days. What Agbeve Herbal Center or Hospital wants to tell the general public is, today information technology or technology has evolved. Gone are the days our forefathers used to grind on stones, among other things they do. But due to research and due to studies and due to technology, Agbeve Herbal Center has transformed its processes to meet the quality management system.
At the filling process, the washed bottles are filled with medicine with 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. This is where the head of the bottles filled with the medicine are capped for covering. The bottles are now ready for the labeling process. They are now ready for packaging. Before the raw materials and products get out to the market, they undergo a stringent and thorough analysis. Agbeve Herbal Center Laboratory is a standardized laboratory which carries almost all the laboratory tests, including physico-chemical and microbiological tests, to measure the efficacy of the services and products.
When the sample are being brought to our laboratory, it passes through physiochemistry, as I said, and microbiological tests. So with the physiochemistry test, we check for the pH, and the pH too, we have a normal range that we are expecting, especially say 4.5 to 8.0, so it must fall within the range. And then we check for the temperature, it's 30 to 35, it must fall within the range. Then we check for the taste, whether it's sweet, bitter, or sour, that one too, check for that one too. And then the texture, whether it's solid, suspension, a liquid, or maybe creamy or something. We check them all. Also, we check for the color too, whether it's brown or creamy or whatever. So we check for all those things and see that it's desirable and it's good for consumption.
The chemistry part is done. We come to the microbiological side. Here we talk about the small organisms we can't see with our eyes that cause problems to us. They might be in the medicine we are sending out. So we need to check and see that these microorganisms are free from the drugs. So we normally check E. coli is one of the foodborne pathogens that disturbs us a lot. We check E. coli, we check Staphylococcus aureus, and then we check some other species. All this we use the specific media. A media I mean are food that we give to this bacteria for them to grow, and we see them in size. So after giving them all this and testing them or incubating them, giving them a nice temperature. In 3 days time, we just take the dishes and then we check, see if the microbes are inside. If we find them to be inside the media, then we can communicate with the quality assurance officer to either reject the whole batch that we took the sample, and if you don't find any microbes inside what we grow, then we can release the medicine and then it goes out for consumption.
The products are stored in a finished packing room, ready to be delivered to the esteemed customers.
We are entreating our customers to have total trust in our products, in Agbeve Herbal products, because we are one of the manufacturers who deal in quality control and quality assurance. So I'll encourage and entreat all clients and customers to have confidence and trust in our products, because we go through all the quality assurance and the quality control processes in manufacturing our products.
This Kemet Pharmaceuticals, we are into wholesale of pharmaceutical products. We started as a herbal shop and gradually we became a pharmaceutical in the wholesale division. We worked with Agbeve whilst we were at the herbal side and still try to work with them because of the leverage they give us. Agbeve has been unique with other products. So as we came into the pharmaceutical side, we decided to drop most of the herbal products in order to concentrate on the pharmaceuticals. We still decided to go with Agbeve because of the unique and quality of their products. So anything that Agbeve produces, we try to get on board because they increase our productivity, they increase our sales, and also they give us a long leverage for payment. So we don't have pressure on us to settle them. We've been in relationship with Agbeve for a long period, all because of the uniqueness of their products.
A quality herbal medicine, because the people who deals in herbal medicine, or people thinks herbal medicine still pertain to the primordial days or primitive days. What Agbeve Herbal Center or Hospital wants to tell the general public is, today information technology or technology has evolved. Gone are the days our forefathers used to grind on stones, among other things they do. But due to research and due to studies and due to technology, Agbeve Herbal Center has transformed its processes to meet the quality management system. We take cognizance of safety that the person do not take the product and have a different adverse effect.
The Ghana Food and Drugs Authority exists to protect public health by assuring the safety, efficacy, and security of human and veterinary drugs, food, biological products, cosmetics, medical devices, household chemical substances, and conduct of clinical trials in the country. Agbeve Herbal products have gone through checks and analysis in the microbiology laboratory of the Food and Drugs Authority to check its quality and safety.
Toxicological studies is so critical to see whether the product is toxic or not at the level that is prepared. Microbiological testing to see the microbial load the limits within which they are all very important. People can boil herbs, take it, and then anything can happen to them. So what levels of that product, when you boil or you prepare it and you take, that it will be able to cure your disease or alleviate the condition, and yet it will not be dangerous to you. So that is what the toxicological studies is showing, that they will do it, try it in animals, so that they can come to the point that when somebody takes a teaspoonful or 2 teaspoonfuls 3 times a day, it is safe for that person. That product that the person has prepared is going to keep it on the shelf for maybe a year or so, 6 months, a year, and put it up there. The levels of the microbiological organisms which are dangerous to the body, what levels are we finding in that product that they are going to put up, and what are the acceptable limits such that the product can stay for all this period? Anybody who takes it, uses it, we are very sure that the person is going to use it. He'll get a relief and there will be no dangers to the person at all. So that is why they have to do that one and determine those levels, the limits, whether they are safe, or if it is beyond the acceptable limit, then they will say that this product, your microbiological limit is more than what is the standard requires, and so you have to reformulate the product and then look at your system and see what is causing the contamination. So that is why these tests are very critical to demonstrate whether the product is safe for us. We are looking at it from the number of applications we are receiving from herbal manufacturers to have the approval of their products to be put on the market. The numbers keep increasing by the day. Based on that, we can fairly, or to a large extent, say that yes, a number of them are complying with the registration requirements. FDA also has this consumer awareness that we carry out, so that consumers are very much aware that for them to consume any product, they need to look out for whether that product is approved by FDA for you. So they look out for the FDA registration number on the product. Distributors are also becoming more and more aware. So to a large extent, they are complying with the requirement.
Lekma Hospital provides comprehensive health care, compromising warm reception and sound clinical care that ensures total patient rehabilitation.
When you give that person that plant, it's the glycoside in the plant is actually working on the person's heart. The tannins is actually working on the person's skin or something. If flavonoid is probably getting rid of some bacteria somewhere in the body and all that. So that is how the plants, they work in the body. So we focus more on its active ingredients. Somewhere around 2011, government introduced herbal medicine into the government hospitals, to about like 9 government hospitals in Ghana. That includes Lekma Hospital. So now when you go to some of the government hospitals in Ghana, we also have a herbal department there, so as to give people the option of healthcare when they come to the hospital. So now it's no more like when you come to the hospital, you only have to depend on orthodox medicine, but you also have the option to buy herbal medicines or see the herbal doctor if you want to.
Agbeve Herbal Center has 10 products. These 10 products includes Agbeve Tonic, Agbeve Fever, Agbeve Balm, Mona Soap, Mona Cream, Agbeve Taifa, Agbeve Tea, Agbeve MW Capsules. All these products are in the market. Our purpose is to do products to the general public and products for the hospital, so that those people who may not have the opportunity to come to the hospital can find themselves in the market to get the quality products and use for themselves. Those who will come to the hospital to incorporate modern scientific research to back the ailments before giving them drugs. So you have units like the laboratory unit, the scan units, among other factors like or alternative methods like physiotherapy, to help make sure that they get recovered in the best or shortest possible time. So Agbeve Herbal Center, Agbeve Herbal Hospital, that is our vision and mission, to make healthcare safety, quality, affordable to the general public.
Agbeve Herbal Products heals with care.